Wagner News title, The Playbook of Control, Part 1, The Repetition That Enslaves Nations. Attention, everyone! If you value freedom, truth, and want to open your eyes to what's really happening in Latin America, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Today we're going to talk about the playbook that is being followed by governments across several countries, and how it enslaves people without them even realizing it. Part 1. The Latin American Playbook. There's a pattern, a sequence, a model of control that is slowly spreading across Latin America. It's no coincidence. They call it progressive politics, social justice, or democratic reconstruction. But deep down, it's a playbook of manipulation and submission. It starts with a pretty speech. They talk about rights, equality, minorities. They use poverty and the wounds of the past as political currency. They invent imaginary enemies and present themselves as saviors. From there comes the poison disguised as medicine. Look at Venezuela, once one of the richest oil nations, now plunged into hunger, censorship, and fear. A once vibrant people now fights for a bag of rice. Newspapers silenced, radio stations shut down, opponents imprisoned. Those who speak out disappear. Cuba has lived for decades under a regime that promised equality but delivered ruins. People have no freedom to speak. The internet is monitored, salaries are scraps, and escape by raft has become the only hope for survival. Nicaragua followed the same path. Persecuted religious leaders, a silenced press, rigged elections. Democracy became a farce. Fear became routine. And what about South America? Argentina, once one of the wealthiest nations, is now drowning in inflation, unemployment, and populism. Each election brings a new miracle promise. The people live on the edge of collapse. Colombia and Peru face decades of violence, corruption, and criminal factions infiltrated in politics. Names change, but the methods remain. Crime rules where the state fails. Chile, Bolivia, Ecuador, Uruguay, Paraguay, Guyana, Suriname, and even French Guiana all follow this playbook to varying degrees. Some move faster, others disguise it better, and what about Brazil? Brazilians have a dangerous flaw. They believe Brazil is too big to fall. But that illusion is the shortest path to the abyss. We are following the same script. Division of the people into good and evil media narrative controlled by loyal outlets. Encouragement of dependency on the state. Persecution of opponents and censorship disguised as security. Biased justice that protects allies and punishes critics, personality cult around politicians treated like saviors. Political idolatry has become a new religion. Good, honest people repeat everything their leaders say, without thinking, without questioning. It used to be the left doing this. Now many on the right do the same, with emotional blindness, defending their gods even in the face of crimes and contradictions. Meanwhile, crime grows, drug trafficking expands, gangs control neighborhoods, and the judiciary stays silent or takes part. The people, tired of suffering, chase any promise. But without realizing, they enter another cycle of manipulation. The playbook is the same. Only the actor, the party, or the tone changes. But the end is always the same. The poor suffer the most, the middle class collapses, and the powerful get richer. Part 1 conclusion. We must recognize that the playbook is in motion. This is not a conspiracy theory. It's the repetition of the same steps in dozens of countries. This is not about left or right. It's about waking up. No country is immune. Brazil is not an exception. If we keep ignoring the signs, we will fall like the others. And when that happens, it may be too late. If this message makes sense to you, share this video right now. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. Let's spread real information before they silence our voice. Wagner News. Truth without makeup.